We're back on the in-game boss for Season 3. We have so many heroes that can solo heal. I'm going to go over all of them. We're not using Gatekeeper staff. I also want to talk about skill timing really quick before we go over Nathaniel, Estella, Garius, Furbath. Ardrith can solo heal very, very easily. I'll show you the builds, the setups, the defense, the HP, all the stats that you need for those. A lot of people were asking me, how do we do the timing? So if I'm not putting up a buff at 30.5, how do I do timing to get my damage in? Here's a team with the buff. Here's the timing we need to do. You have to do a buff at 30.5. If you do a buff at 30.4, it won't be applied because we have buff prohibition on our team. So you do it at 30.5. That way our ultimate gauge will not get knocked back. And if you're going to do that, then you have to do your attacks after. So I've got 30.77 for my hardest hitting. I have my Witch's Remains at 29.5 before the boss clears. And then I have this guy hitting after my hardest hitting at 31. So for this, if you want to get buffs up, you just do it at 30.5 and then have everybody attack after that. If you don't want to put up any buffs, like say you're not able to put up buffs, on my wild team over here, you just make sure that you do Witch's Remains before 29.99. That's the earliest you can hit the boss. That will be exactly when the boss clears. So my hardest hitting DPS is going to hit at 29.99, right when the boss clears, but we've got all the way till 30.5. So as long as you do your ultimates at 30.2, 30.3, 30.4, even 30.5, if they don't have long animations, like if they're not trying to cast it at that time and the boss comes in and knocks back your ultimate, still shouldn't matter. I just have never done it at 30.5 yet, but you can do it anytime from 29.99 to 30.5. And of course, your ultimate gauge is going to get knocked back after that, but you just used your ultimate. You've got 30 seconds now to go back around till you use your ultimate again. So you've got 30 seconds to recharge it on a 20-second ultimate. Let's start out with Garius. If you have Gatekeeper staff, obviously it's easy. Like it's so easy with Gatekeeper staff because the shields are gigantic. This guy just heals your whole entire team. So we're looking for one support to heal our whole entire team so we can have 4 DPS in here and do massive damage on this boss. I have a rare artifact. You can use whatever you got. Whatever you got to give you additional healing, to give you additional defense so your heals are better. I do have a Moonlight Mantle on with defense. We've got defense here, defense there, and I've got resistance. And you can see my resistance substats. 367, plus we've got 50 from our elemental affinity, plus we've probably got some resistance from the buff, from the Otherworld buff that we have out here from our alliance. That sounds like a lot of resistance. I probably should have knocked this down a little bit, but this was really easy for me to get. I just looked for resistance on my pieces and slapped them on. You probably don't need this much, but you do need resistance on Garius because he's going to get knocked back and he's not going to be able to take care of your team and keep your team alive. If he doesn't get knocked back like this right here, he will go all the way 8 minutes and keep your whole entire team alive. Ardrith is an absolute beast. I never would have imagined she'd heal for so much, but she has an ultimate up at 100% uptime because it's at 16 seconds. All you need is 37 skill haste. You'll keep it up all the time, not 47 that you see right here. Then every time she swings, she's going to heal for a massive amount. Plus she has a heal here on her battle skill. And that's what Garius is sorely lacking. That's why we can't have his ultimate gauge get knocked back. And I don't have resistance on her. I do have her in a healing set. Since she's doing her ultimate every 15 seconds, we're going to get a little additional heal here. And then she's just going to swing. And every time she swings, she heals for enough to top people off. Basically, you're going to think like your people are at half-life here, half-life there. And this isn't a healer that does like a board-wide big heal. And then they're just going to go back up to full. It was really easy to do this. Perfect hero for a free-to-play comp. You can see the HP and the defense there if you want to try to copy what I've got. You can use another artifact. It doesn't matter. You can use that rare artifact I had on Garius. This is just one of the best artifacts to get you additional damage for your whole entire team with a healer. I was having a little trouble with Nathaniel here. I had to get better defense on the rest of my team, I think. Where's defense on this guy? It shows that he has 0 defense. That's why he's dying so soon. Okay, this makes sense now. Nimbus has 0 defense, so he dies first at like the 1 minute mark and everybody else pretty much stays alive. But look at my Nathaniel. I've got this on for additional enlightenment. He needs additional enlightenment, so whatever you have for that, put that on. You could use the tiara so that his shields are bigger and the enlightenment is there as well. I've just been using this and I think this is a fantastic artifact, but really use the tiara on him. I've got defense here. I don't even own an enlightenment moonlight mantle. It's pretty sad for me. Defense again, any kind of enlightenment substats you can get, enlightenment there, defense with enlightenment. I do like this ancestral protection set. You've seen this on a lot of my healers because we absorb 15% of all the damage that everybody else is taking. And as this person is a little bit tankier than all the rest, we can take that damage. It really helps out our DPS, and you do want to have a little defense on your DPS. You don't want to run them like this. You don't necessarily have to have a defense rune, but no defense is not good. Like, we should have some kind of substats at least giving us something. 300 is usually pretty good for any kind of damage dealer, 248. But this guy actually made it through. I couldn't believe it. I was having problems with him for the longest time, and then I finally made this comp. The reason why, I was trying to run him with a summoning comp. So all the summons were coming forward. They were causing all these issues. We were getting up way more stacks of those poisons. They were exploding at 20 stacks over and over, increasing that damage. And I just couldn't keep up with it. Then I just threw him on this Dauntless team, and he does fine all the way to the end. There we go. You can see his stats there if you want to use him. And I didn't think she was this strong because I was always building her with lots of enlightenment and then defense to keep her alive. But that's not the way you build her. She does additional healing based off of her max HP. This max HP is hers, not the target's max HP. 1.2% and then 500% of enlightenment. So I had the enlightenment part right, but then I just went all defense to keep her alive. Look at her defense. No defense now. We've got this to get HP, enlightenment, and additional healing. We've got HP because I don't have an enlightenment. If you do, you could go enlightenment and then look for HP substats. HP over here, enlightenment, and then HP again. And now she heals. Now she's keeping everybody alive. Again, no resistance here. Skill haste of 33. I put all these on free fire. If you're wondering about timing, I haven't done any special timing on any healer you've seen yet. I'm going to show you Thea in a minute. There is a different timing for her, but everyone else, you just let them heal, and she heals for a lot. Your team will stay alive the whole entire time. We'll go to Thea because I mentioned her, but I can't get her to keep my team alive. I don't know what it is. Other people have done it. Maybe because she's level 90 and not 100. She heals based off of attack and enlightenment. So I just try to get her as much attack and enlightenment as possible. She can keep me alive for quite a long time. Plus, we've got her in this set. She does her cooldown at 15 seconds. So we've got her in rotation to do it twice. And she'll block decreased defense, and she'll block the other two buffs, the heal reduction buff and the buff prohibition buff, which is really nice. Blocking those 3 debuffs and then getting a heal right here, even if it's not a lot of HP from the healing set. Taking 15% less damage whenever she's invisible. So we play her with all people that are ranged. And still, I can't keep everyone alive, but other people are able to. So let's find out their stats, or you guys let me know the stats you're using for her down below. But she can work. I think maybe I just need to take her to 100, and then I need to stop playing with summons. And probably will work. Furbath is just Furbath. He just does what he does, right? Decrease attack if you have enough accuracy. I don't even have enough accuracy on him. And then he just heals on his battle skill. So who cares if the boss is knocking back his ultimate gauge? If I'm not even relying on that decrease attack, he's still going to battle skill heal regardless of his ultimate being pushed back. I've got him at skill haste of 32 just because that was on my runes. Over here, obviously, defense. Anything you can think of that will give your Furbath more defense, give it to him. This is great because then everybody on your team will have 15% more damage. And if you have to use the rare artifact you saw on Garius, then go back and use that rare artifact to give him even more defense, and he'll be set. Obviously, you put them in a formation like this because they have to be close. Try to put these two with your highest defense. I don't even know if I have that. No, 91 defense. That shouldn't, well, they've all got really low defense. She would be there, but she's not ranged. Well, try to have these two with your highest defense if they're ranged, and if you can do that, that would probably be the smartest play. She's got healing here and healing here. What do you want? She's healing all around. Plus, she'll take away debuffs and she'll block debuffs. She's got your team covered. I've got her in a set for her to take less damage. I don't really know why. It just worked. I would actually put her in an Ancestral's protection so that we could take damage away from everybody else. Maybe that's the skill haste we're getting on her. Yeah, we're getting a little bit more skill haste. So maybe that skill haste is actually good for her. I didn't try a whole bunch of different stuff since I was doing a video on everybody. I didn't try to go in there and change up all this. They didn't give us much time. We had the test server for a day, and then now I've been working on all my teams, and we've got life to deal with. We don't have all day long to work on this. I wish we had the test server for a week, and we could have done all this ahead of time. Hopefully next season we'll be able to, but she is a monster. If you have her, obviously use her. Nuverse can heal you right here on her battle skill. Then she'll get up buffs right here on our ultimate. If you want to apply the buffs at 30.5, you can. But this battle skill is going off just like something Furbast's battle skill. Lots of heals, lots of enlightenment, nothing fancy. You can't even see she doesn't have gear. Yes, she's got gear. She's got the horn on to give our people additional. She's got ancestral protection to absorb a little bit of damage. Then we've got the moonlight mantle. Same on and same on. Now, if I did have an enlightenment moonlight mantle, we'd get even better heals, but still, she keeps my whole entire team alive. Snarl. What do you want from Snarl? This guy is broken. Decrease attack up the whole entire time against the boss. Moonlight Mantle with attack, of course. Attack again. He does healing based off of attack. He's going to be a little fragile too, but no more fragile than the rest of your team. Plus, he's going to be healing you like crazy. If you have something to give him even more attack here, which almost all artifacts will, throw in attack artifact. If you have Gatekeeper Staff, just like Garius, he becomes extremely overpowered then. So throw the Gatekeeper Staff on if you have it. If you don't, throw on anything else and just, let him go. Free fire. Don't set up any timing for him. The only timing I did set up, which I don't think I showed you, was Thea. Sorry. I'm going to have to edit this back in. So for Thea, we have her at 11 seconds and 15 seconds. That'll stop from the decreased defense and stop the other two debuffs. I'll just throw it up on the screen when I talk about it the first time. I don't have Gillian to test out, but I'm pretty sure Gillian will take care of your whole entire team. She gives increased defense, removes the debuffs, does some big healing. If she has the staff, she's going to be even stronger. I didn't try out Catherine. Let me know if anybody out there is using Catherine. I thought he would give himself a little bit of a skill haste so he could get back around to healing some more. I don't have the Enlightenment Moonlight Mantle like I keep stressing, so maybe that would have helped us with healing and kept everybody alive, but I gave him as much Enlightenment as possible. I gave him the Diamond Artifact with more Enlightenment plus 25% additional healing. You can see that he's scrolled, but I don't think we went very far. Like, it just wasn't working for me, so I didn't use him. We can't use Cypherus. She kills herself. Solo healing for her just does not work out. I put her in a set so she could kind of give herself a little bit of heals every time she does her ultimate. Her battle skill's a beast. It keeps everybody else alive. No issues there, but she dies. Ogok's down here. Man, I'm disappointed I didn't get to test him out before I did this video. Let me know about your Ogok down below. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to do this. This is a really strong heal, plus immortality. Anytime he heals, he's going to remove a debuff. Healing here, removing a debuff. Just stack him up with enlightenment and just let him fly. If you want to time this to like remove decreased defense, that would be good. Let me know about Ogok. This guy's got to work. He is actually impressively strong. The shielders aren't going to work like Phalosia and those kind. Finya's going to work. I'm pretty sure somebody out there is solo healing with Finya. Let me know all that down below, everybody. That's all I've got. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're doing well on this in-game boss. Appreciate your time and support. I will see you all in a video soon.